My 15M mom, 47F, refuses to let me get surgery because she thinks I need to tough it out. I, 15M, was diagnosed with juvenile scoliosis 2 years ago, and ever since then it's been a living hell. I wake up in pain, I fall asleep with pain, I walk with pain, it's awful, and I want the surgery, but my mom, 47F, thinks that getting the surgery will just make me think that every problem has such an easy solution and that I need to tough it out, and my dad, 50M, per usual, is just going along with everything she says. So, is there any way I can convince her or try to change her mind? When has surgery ever been easy? Talk to your counselor at school. If you have medical needs your parents are ignoring, that shit will end up biting them in the ass as some neglect charges. Please talk to your doctor, this is medical neglect. Contact Child Protective Services to see if they can assist you. This seems extremely unfortunate, and if your description is accurate, bordering on medical neglect. My grandson has an expandable rod in his back and he is doing much better with it than without it. He is only 6 years old. Is there a father in the picture? I wish you good luck. My mom told me the same thing when I was diagnosed. I'm 20 now and have 2 herniated discs along with a bendy spine that I can't afford to get fixed. Pain meds don't work anymore, I'm in constant pain at all times. The only thing that did work for me was vaping CBD, but I can't do that RN, so I'm just stuck with it. Definitely keep trying to convince her to let you get the surgery if you can. 'Cause if something isn't done the pain just gets 10x worse. That doesn't make any sense. Is she crazy? Please speak to a doctor about this and see if they can maybe explain the importance to her. What the fuck? This is abuse. You need to get an outside party involved. Any doctor with a brain would say that surgery is a very reasonable way to go. Your mom sounds out of her mind. Easy solution. I know someone who had back surgery for scoliosis and she was bedridden for months. It's not an easy solution at all, but it's necessary in some cases and will improve your life in the long run. If it's something you truly think you need to get her to talk to a doctor so they can tell her how reasonable it is. Withholding needed medical attention is a form of child abuse. She can land herself in jail. Update. Dinosaur-loving daughter. Wow, that post got much more popular than I ever expected. I've read all the comments and messages, as has my wife, and we've been searching for a therapist for her. Thank you all for your advice. We've been researching and looking into the possibility she is autistic as well, and don't worry, we aren't taking her dinosaurs. I now realize my sister was out of line and I shouldn't listen to her and my family's claims. First post. I am in my 30s and I still seek out Godzilla figures on the regular, except now I have help with my own dinosaur-loving daughter and wife. We keep the newest one on my desk and they bring great joy. My daughter always tells her friends those are my toys and not to touch. Damn right. But when no other kids are around and it's just her, I let her pick a few to play with. Even the expensive ones, I'm going to give them to her when I die anyways, haha. She understands to take care of them and not be too rough. Love that kid. Don't ever let your daughter stop loving dinosaurs or being herself. Y'all are doing great. Lovely to hear, good luck. This is a wonderful update. Just be aware that you might find the perfect therapist for your daughter right off the bat, but you may also have to shop around. Also, I think it's so cool she's into dinosaurs. She may become a paleontologist, but even if she doesn't, learning about dinosaurs is super interesting and I'm always happy to hear a dino fact. You are doing the right thing. Good mom. Hands clapping, hands clapping. When I read stories like these I always admire that someone is so passionate about something as they age. Your daughter is old enough where this dinosaur interest probably won't go away and there really isn't anything wrong with that. Dinosaurs seems a pretty benign serious interest, but you are doing the right thing as parents. OMG, sister sounds so entitled. Sorry guys, you're right. She shouldn't be into dinosaurs at her age. Why can't she be into drugs like normal teenagers who suffer some form of trauma? Not like dinosaurs could be a healthy outlet for her. Hell, not like a passion can turn into a future career someday. Oh gee, oh boy, you sure proved me wrong. Good. I'm glad to hear this. Keep on supporting her. I think if she is into video games, you could introduce her to Ark Survival Evolved game. Me and my friends love to play it. You can tame your own dinosaurs in it, including stegosaurs. Wishing you all the best. Less than 3. Girlfriend made fun of my sudden ED with another man and he messaged me laughing. Yeah. Pretty shitty I think. I really don't know what to think anymore. My ex-wife cheated on me since I worked too much and we had a divorce. I went through my depression and this deep dark hole. Met this girl online and she made me smile again. I had an accident during work that involved a dog attack in, well, my male area. She knew this and helped me through this during intimate times. Slowly the ed didn't happen as much and it made me happier. God knows I'm sorry how she felt. Spent many nights explaining it wasn't her and it was due to the attack. Doctor even reassured her after she brought it up during the APPT unexpectedly. Last week I get a message from a guy in this game we play. He proceeds to troll me with very personal details no one else knew concerning my male area. I felt shocked, humiliated, embarrassed, and about the size of a grain of salt. I instantly defended myself because I knew where it came from and I just felt like no one else is defending me. I felt alone and in a corner. I told her what happened and instantly it was confirmed on where this info came from. I already knew but it hurts more when it's confirmed I guess. Well, instead of apologizing I am again attacked for defending myself to this guy and was told I shouldn't have caused such a scene about it with him. Although it was just in private message between him and I DK how to feel honestly. I feel alone in this and apparently more people found out whether it was him or her. Should I feel bad for defending myself? I usually would be more manly about all this but I've been hit with so much hits, over and over again that I'm just worn out and tired. I'm just tired of feeling IDK. Just feel like going back to sleep and living in my dreams because that seems to be the only escape. What a poss. Dump her ass and tell her you just weren't all that attracted to her. Fuck her. Who the hell does she think she is? Take out the trash already. Sorry for your issues and hope you recover fully. Generally I like to be polite but this lady is a cunt. Yeah, break up with her. There's no reason she should be discussing your ed with her male friends. She has no respect for you. Your girlfriend does not sound like the best girlfriend out there. A girlfriend who minimizes your feelings, belittles you over something out of your control, and shares your intimate details with other people is not a girlfriend you want to keep. I would say communicate how you're feeling with her, but it sounds like you already did and she told you to get over it. I'd advise you to firstly get some form of counseling, and also break things off with her. What you told her was told in confidence, and she knows that, so fuck her. Cut your losses and walk away. B. You're not inadequate or any less of a man because you have ed. Lots of men have it for various reasons. You'll find someone that understands dude cuz it happens, more than any of us care to admit. C. There's nothing unmanly about sharing your thoughts, feelings, fears etc. I've gone to too many funerals for my army friends that were too strong to reach out and ask for help when they were in crisis. Anybody who tells you otherwise, their opinion is shit. I know the thought is that these threads always end up with most people saying, dump them. But dump her. This is not okay. Makes you wonder why they were talking about your genitals, or genitals in general, in the first place. Forget it. You owe her nothing. It does not matter how supportive or helpful she pretended to be in the beginning. Don't feel bad, she's an awful person, walk away. 31M. Found some super disturbing images of my ex-girlfriend, 30, on my dad, 61M, computer. 31M. Was visiting my parents for the holidays and needed to use the computer briefly for a work thing. I had quickly saved a file and since I wasn't paying attention, didn't notice where it got saved. I searched for the file by partial name. And saw some other buried folders pop up. Here's where I fucked up. I clicked on one and it was absolutely teeming with porn. I know what you're thinking. But darker family secrets. Porn is a pretty normal thing. It would be naive of you to assume your dad doesn't consume it. Yeah, I know. But this was some real niche shit, and there was significant much of it. I am talking a terabyte of graphic porn organized by kink into folders, which on its own is a bit much. I'd rather not have seen it. But not the end of the world. One folder was not titled at all, and amongst a sea of graphic and detailed descriptors in the names, that one really stood out. So I looked, wondering what was so different it required a blank title. It was photos of my ex-girlfriend from high school. But not actually photos of her, it was her face photoshopped onto porn stars in various positions. Suddenly my mind snapped back to all the times that he insisted on taking photos of people when they came over, an act that never once stood out to me at the time because it seemed like a normal thing to do, especially in the era of the smartphone and the desire to capture every moment in memory. But now I am looking at photos of my ex-girlfriend pasted onto porn scenes, and I'm so disgusted. It's obviously a huge violation of her for him to have done this, But what is really fucking me up is that we were underage when these photos were taken. About 15–18 at the time, I think. Does this make my dad a pedo? The bodies the faces were pasted onto were of age, or at least I assume. But he took my underage GF's face and put it on sexual photos. I have no idea what to do with any of this information, and it is burned into my brain. I always knew my dad had a really fucked up view of the world, racist, sexist, homophobic, etc. But this is so far past anything before I have heard from him. I don't know what to do with this newfound knowledge, and although I very rarely see him and don't very often speak with him, how will I look at him the same? What can I even do with this information? Note the photos by the date looked like they were made and saved back when I was still in HS, and I don't know enough about computers to see when they were last opened. The computer is the same one from back then, I believe. No one in this story is underage anymore, so I hope I can still request advice from this sub. Too long did not read. I found photos of my high school GF's face pasted onto porn stars on my father's computer and now don't know if he's a pedo, or how I'll ever look at him again or what to do. Your dad is a pervert and wildly disrespectful to you. Sorry op. I think you need to sit down with your mom and tell her what you saw and how it makes you feel. Then let her know that you're not comfortable continuing a relationship with your father, and that any contact between you and her must exclude him. Edit. And by the way, simulated, child porn is still treated as child porn in many jurisdictions. It's not morally or legally advisable to Photoshop the face of a minor onto sexually explicit content. I'm sorry you had to find out. Your dad's absolutely disgusting. If your mom is still with him, tell her. Also, maybe do a quick search to ensure he doesn't actually have child porn on there. Because then he should be reported. As for the manipulated images of your girlfriend, delete them all. Every single one. You should tell your mom. Your father was a piece of hateful shit, and now it has been proven that applies to you too. I can't tell you what to do, but I would cut all contact. I think that you should tell your mom for sure about the photoshopping of your HSX. That is extremely disturbing. Whatever you do, do not confront him, and definitely tell your mom. Maybe I watch too many crime shows and Lifetime movies, but these kind of secrets are the kind that people will do anything to keep hidden. Be careful. Be smart. That's pretty fucked. The fact that he would go for sexual things with someone you loved. That's the type of shit where even if for whatever reason he is attracted to her, he shouldn't let himself play into it. He actually took the time and effort to create his own porn with your girl. I would look to see if this is considered child porn in your area and report it if it is. Doesn't sound like there would be any love lost between the two of you.